Hello students, so today we are going to see about our next topic, that is pseudo first order reaction. So now this is known as pseudo first order reaction. Now those who are belonging to the biology sections, they already know that what is the meaning of pseudo, right? That is the false. Okay, so let us recall first what is first order reaction, and then we will go for our original topic, that is pseudo first order reaction. So in first order reaction, we know that this is our reaction, right? That is A moles of A plus B moles of B gives our product. So based on that, we know that if it is first order, we need to count n plus m is equals to 1, right? And this is the example of the same. Now let us move towards our topic, that is pseudo first order reaction. Okay, pseudo first order reaction means on one side, by seeing the reaction, it should be first order reaction, but they are not the first order reaction, right? And that's why it is known as pseudo first order reaction. Okay, so now let us take an example, that is, if A and B reacts with each other to give the product C. Now here, if we are taking one of the component or one of the reactant in excess, right, so what will happen? Rate of a reaction will be equal to what? As we have seen for first order reaction, rate of a reaction will be K, concentration of A and concentration of B. Now here the concentration of B remains practically constant, means it is in more amount, right? And it is going to remain constant. So what we can say, if it is remaining constant, right, so we can take that it is equal to K dash, a new constant we are creating, that is K dash. Okay, so K is also one of the constant and B we are taking constant. So when we are taking both constant, we are getting one more constant, that is K dash. So our rate will become what? We are replacing K and B, concentration of B as K dash, so it will become K dash A. It will become K dash A, right? So our rate of reaction will become K dash A. Got my point? Again I am repeating, rate is equals to K, concentration of A and concentration of B. Now B is in very much in excess amount, right? So we are taking that as constant. It is very constant. After using it more and more, I mean it is in very large amount, that after using it more and more, still it is present over there in excess amount. So we are taking it as constant. So K and concentration of B is equals to K dash. We have created one more constant, that is K dash. So our rate will become, rate is equals to K dash A, where concentration of A is definitely changing. So these are the two examples of a pseudo first order reaction, and I am going to explain you with the help of these two examples. So number one is acid catalyst hydrolysis of methyl acetate in aqueous solution. Okay, now see here what it is written, aqueous solution. Acid catalyst, acid means positive ions, right? So here we have taken positive catalyst ion, that is H plus. Hydrolysis means addition of water, of methyl acetate. So you know the formula of methyl acetate now, that is CH3COOCH3 in aqueous solution. So aqueous is again meaning is what? It is having large amount of water and it is reacting with water only. Okay, so this is one of the example we have taken, and another is hydrolysis of sucrose. So hydrolysis is there, so again it is having excess amount of water, and formula of sucrose is over here. Okay, so in both the cases what we are taking, something is we are taking as excess amount, that is water. Okay, so if we are considering this reaction, okay, so if we are considering this reaction, that is acid catalyst hydrolysis of methyl acetate in aqueous solution. Okay, so what we are getting into that, now this is methyl acetate and this is water, so rate of reaction will be what? K, concentration of both the reactants, that is methyl acetate also and water also. So that is KCH3COOCH3 and of water. Now as we have seen further that water is taken in excess amount, right? So definitely water is going to be constant, right? And K also is constant. So what we can write, K and concentration of water is equal to K dash, right? But how are we obtaining that? Let us see. Initially at time 0, what it is there, we know that our reactants are maximum. We have taken X mole of this and Y mole of this, okay, and we are having 0 moles of product at time is equals to 0. But finally what will happen, finally what will be the concentration, that is, here our reactant 1 will become 0, reactant 1 will become 0. We have seen that, no, when after the time proceeds the reactant decreases and product increases, right? So what will happen in that, this reactant will become 0 and utilization of water is there, but how much, that is whatever utilization is over here, the utilization of over here is X and X, right? Why it is X and X? Because it is converted from our methyl acetate, right? So here we got 0 and that X is converted, that is this moles are converted into acetic acid and methyl chloride. So X moles of acetic acid are formed and X mole of methyl alcohol is formed, right? So we have to minus that much moles from water also. Okay, so we have minus Y minus X, but this is very small amount, right? Compared to water, amount of X is very small. Why? Because we have taken water in very large amount, right? So our rate of reaction is this, right? And now what we can do, as water is very much excess, we can take that as our constant, right? So our rate will become what? Rate is equals to K dash CH3COOCH3. Okay, so here what we are saying, the acid catalyst hydrolysis of methyl acetate in an aqueous solution is expected to be a second order reaction. Actually it should be a second order reaction, but it is not the second order reaction, okay. However, experimentally it is found that it is first order, hence it is known as pseudo first order reaction, okay. Now you understood this. Why? Because we are having two reactants, okay. So rate is basically dependent on two reactants, but here what we are taking, one of the reactant we are taking in so large amount that we can take as constant. So if we are taking water as constant, then what we can say, the rate is only dependent on one of the component, that is CH3COOCH3, and when it is depending on only one of the component, then we can say that it is pseudo first order reaction. Got it? So when it is pseudo first order reaction, the molecularity is 2 and its order is 1. Molecularity is 2 definitely, right? Why it is 2? Because though it is we need to say the total amount of molecules in the reaction, right? So definitely it is 2, right? And order is 1. So write the our next one is, we have seen that second example, right? So we are supposed to write down the equation of that hydrolysis of sucrose and the amount that are formed through the pseudo first order reaction, right? So our next question was this. So again what we are happening, we are taking this water in excess amount. So our reaction rate will be what? Rate is equals to K concentration of sucrose plus concentration of water. But now when we are taking excess amount of water, then water will remain partially constant. So if it is remaining constant, if water is remaining constant, we can replace K and water, concentration of water, into K dash. In this way we can write down rate is equals to K dash C12H22O11, right? In this way we can say that this is also our first pseudo first order reaction. Why? Because in this reaction also As water is taken in large amount, it is remaining constant, and rate is only depending upon the concentration of sucrose. Clear? So this was all about pseudo first order reaction. You can watch this video 2 to 3 times, and so that you can understand in a more proper way. Thank you.